Before we start this train wreck, a small announcement. There's this guy, his YouTube channel is GamerCal, maybe GamerCal 101, something like that. Anyway, he's going to start his own series of Touhou LPs on hard mode, I think. So, you know, it might be interesting. Check it out if you're curious. And another thing, GamerCal did a commentary of a replay I sent him of me playing Embodiment of Scarlet Devil extra stage with Reimu, homing Reimu, and me not having played the game in something like 2 months. It's quite an interesting run, to say the least, where I don't know what I have to do at times because I've forgotten, and I get away with doing some pretty ridiculous stuff and then also end up doing some really cool dodges at time. Do check it out. Yeah, please. If you want to. And that's it. Now we can start Tohoyume Jiku. You know, you can actually read it. Well, I can actually read it, so I don't know why I was confused about that the other time. Anyway, Phantasmagoria of Dim Dream on Lunatic. It's a thing. This game is maybe the hardest of all the Touhou games I play. Well, it's a really different kind of difficulty than the other ones. Because basically, most of the game revolves around hoping. Hope that the boss dies quite fast, because otherwise you're just going to die out of fatigue, I guess. And anyway, we're playing against Miss Ellen here. She's a witch, maybe a newbie witch who wants to train or something like that. I really am not interested in that. And I'm not going to explain the game any more than I did last time, most, except that I was really playing the game completely wrong the other time, because your main attack, the attack you want to use most of the time, is actually your level 1 charge attack, because it's really good at just clearing the screen of most of the weaker enemies and white bullets. And don't use your level 2s and level 3s like I did, because they're mostly useless, because the AI is really good enough to dodge them all the time. And just hope the enemy gets hit. Here I'm actually doing pretty good because she's on her last hit and I'm not, so I really am at an advantage, and I also have a bomb left, so doing alright. And yeah, stage 1 beaten. This game, the beginning is alright, though it's not that rare to lose lives at any of the earlier fights. But the biggest problem is the end. But like I said, there's no surprise if you lose a life early on, because say the mirror match, Reimu versus Reimu. Well, Reimu is a very strong computer opponent, mostly because of her boss summon. That armored yin-yang orb, which you see in my screen right now, really does some undodgeable stuff at times. Sometimes it just decides to run away very fast, which is good for me. Very good for me. And Reimu's X attacks, the random yin-yang orbs, are also pretty annoying, because they move in really random patterns at times. But right now I'm in a pretty good shape. Oh god, I need to speak English more often, because I still have my 2 bombs and enemy Reimu doesn't. Also, wow, that's a chain of boss attacks. Ridiculous chain of boss attacks. Again! Wow, doesn't stop. But here I can charge mine and actually use it. And I still have a bomb and I have more life than her. Doing alright. God, this game. And it's much harder to do Let's Plays, of course, but maybe even more than the others, because you can't rely on your memory and you can't rely on your memory to do that. to do the dodges, because how the game works, everything, most everything is random, except some of the boss patterns, of course. And yeah, she's on her last hit. I probably have 2 hits left, so I think I'm going to do alright for now. Yeah, boss summon. I'm really sorry, but I think I'm not going to talk that much in this, because this game is so freaking hard and ridiculous. Mostly ridiculous. And now, playing against Kotohime, princess of something. She dreams of Danmaku or something like that. She dreams in Danmaku. Can't remember. Not really interested in those filler characters. Well, let's try and talk about the mechanics a bit. You want to try and keep your combo going on for as long as possible. See that plus something at the top right left of my screen? It goes down to 0 if you stop killing stuff for a short amount of time. But if you don't, then it keeps going up and up and up, and you get more and more and more score every time, for every enemy you kill or whatever. And getting your score is actually important, not only because you want to get the extra lives at 10 and 20 million, because this is what decides when you send out boss attacks without actually charging them. And which explains that sometimes the really good AI can combo you in a ridiculous fashion. And also explains why at sometimes, if you're a bit lucky, you can combo the AI in a ridiculous fashion. And against people like Chiori, it really feels unfair at times. She summons herself all the freaking time. I was in pretty bad shape here. Against boss summons, if you can't just reverse boss them, best bet is a bomb plus a level 1 attack. Because it will usually do enough damage to kill the summon outright. Especially, well, I don't really know any character beside Reimu, but Reimu's level 1 is pretty good because you can just let the amulets stay on top of the boss for a long time, so they can do a lot of damage. Hey, that's level 3 over. Still have 6 to go, and now playing against Rikako. She's a scientist with a jetpack. Don't really know anything else. By the way, so for those who haven't noticed, Reimu is still flying on her old turtle Genji. She still hasn't learned to fly yet. And playing quite terribly here. No surprise, I guess. But at least the boss went away pretty fast, but then summons again. Wow. Let's just bomb this. There, my boss. Against Rikako's level 2, well, no, level 2 and 3 charge spells, the way to dodge these is to not move, surprisingly enough. Problem is when, of course, there's other stuff which is actually aimed at you. See, she's doing her gauge attack level 2. I'm barely going to move and I just dodged it. A bit silly, right? But knowing how to dodge stuff feels pretty good. In this game where everything is so freaking random at times. Here I actually moved a lot, so I might be screwed, but I'm not. So it's fine. It's fine, one of my old catchphrases, yeah. Boss attack, let's just reverse boss her if I can. Bim! Hell yeah. Yep. Yeah, I moved. She still hasn't been hit. That's pretty bad for me. At least she doesn't have any bombs left, but still, I only have 1. There. Wow, she got hit for a huge amount of life too. That's 2 hits left on her. You always have to down the person to that half heart before you can kill them. You can't just go from 2 hearts to 0 in one shot. Or even from 1 heart to 0. Boss attack. I'm probably going to use my last bomb here. Or not, I managed to reverse her, but I just decided to dodge this because I wasn't sure, and now I probably die, yeah. Oh, too bad. By the way, I'm not aiming for 1cc of this because I haven't even managed to do it without commentary. So with commentary, that's pretty ridiculous. Now, I've even had a run where I beat Chiyuri on my first try and still didn't 1cc the game, so some people might know what that means. Man, I'm getting comboed. Yeah, boss reverse. Boss reverse is when you summon your own boss when the enemy's boss is in your screen, and it makes the enemy boss disappear. See? This is when you want to move and not move at the same time and you get rude. Man, Rikako, she's pretty evil today. I'm just going to bomb. I think I could be able to beat her this time without dying. If I do die, then it's pretty terrible. Because I'd be left down to only one life. Well, you know, the one life. That was not expected. I think I'll be alright. I think I'll be alright. Yes! Woo! And she's using her easy attacks again. Good for me. Hey, I'm winning now. Good. Good. Except when she summons her boss attack. Yes, counter boss. Ah! Still have a hit point. Hey, where did this come from? Yes, she's on her last hit. She's on her last hit. Have to make this count. Game's lagging. Can't imagine how much lag I'll have to suffer doing Chiyuri. I never got that far on her music. Wow, that's impressive. Still have one spare hit point. Well, hit. Yes! Woo! Rikako. That was quite the tense fight, and I got my 10 million point extra life. Now we have two possibilities, and the rest are first.